program and a number of youth service activations across the country. The Minister and the President for Women, Youth and Persons with Disabilities will soon unpack the full program. All youth activities will be expected to comply with the COVID-19 health protocols. Communal Land Summit. Government, in partnership with the National House of Traditional Leaders, will convene a communal land summit on Friday, which is ongoing today, and Saturday, 28 May, to discuss issues related to land ownership. These include the process of transferring communal land from the state to appropriate rights holders, which is important for the empowerment of rural communities. The lack of formal land ownership in communal areas not only dilutes the rights of people to own the land they live in, but limits their ability to use it to improve their lives economically. On the special messages, the Cabinet extended its congratulations and well wishes to the following: Ms. Liane Manas, the SABC Morning Live presenter, who was bestowed with the Knight of French National Order Merit on Tuesday, 17 May, for her contribution to journalism, media, and various important charitable causes. On the condolences, Cabinet expressed condolences to the family and friends of Mr. Mpomwerane, the former city Joburg executive mayor and lifelong political activist and servant of the people of Joburg. Before being appointed executive mayor, he served as a member of Mayoral Committee for Environment and Infrastructure Services. Dr. Deborah Fraser, the multi-award-winning gospel artist who was recently honored with the Doctor of Philosophy in Sacred Music by Christian Leadership Academy. Dr. Namane Mahau, the respected scholar and esteemed member of South African National AIDS Council Board of Trustees. Cabinet also joined President Ramaphosa in extending condolences to the government and people of the United Arab Emirates following the passing of His Royal Highness Sheikh Khalifa bin Zayed Al Nahyan, President of the UAE. Mr. Mike Schuessler, at an age of 60, a renowned South African economist who was a stalwart of the industry and provide telling insights into the state of the South African economy. Mr. James Bartlett, acclaimed multi-award-winning South African stage and TV actor who was best known for his role as Mike O'Reilly in Stingo and David Gennaro in Rhythm City. May their souls rest in peace. On the appointments, all appointments are subject to the verification of qualification and relevant clearance. Mr. Bongani Sinenhlanhla Dladla as the Chief Executive Officer of the Construction Industry Development Board, Mr. Sabir Hamid Khan as Accountant General, National Treasury, Mr. Mendu Ntswahlana as Chief Procurement Officer, National Treasury. Cabinet concurred with the appointment of the following candidates to fill vacancies in the Board of Directors: Mr. Musinyotsile Jim Besnar and Ms. Unati Nombakuse Figlan. Thank you for affording us that attention. Thank you.
Very much, Minister. We will entertain some questions. Ishmael, are you the one who's holding the questions?
Yes, DG, thank you so much. We have about 5 questions. I'll start with Natasha Piri from SABC News.
Natasha Piri.
Natasha from
Shapiri.
Piri.
Oh, okay.
Minister, did Cabinet manage to discuss the outbreak of monkeypox? Although no monkeypox cases have been reported in the country, the South African Medical Association has warned that the country is likely to get monkeypox and we should be vigilant. The second question is from Carol Patton from News 24. Minister, where can we get a copy of the mine water policy and the mine health and safety bill, please? Did the cabinet consider the plea by SA Rugby to allow 100% attendance at the stadiums for the upcoming Wales tour to South Africa? Is the cabinet still of the view that attendance at outdoor events in stadiums should be kept at 50%? The second question, these ones, they are from, let me check quickly, it's Anton Meyer from Pretoria News. The Minister of Sports, Arts and Culture, Nathini Tweta, said he...
Who is asking the question?
The second question from Anton Meyer from Pretoria News. The Minister of Arts and Culture, Nathini Tweta, said he would review the flag project and then take the review to Cabinet. Did the Cabinet receive any update from the Minister regarding the flag project? The last question from Anton Meyer. Did Cabinet discuss possibilities to lighten the burden on motorists? With an expected fuel price increase of more than 3 rand per litre to be implemented next week. That's all the questions for now. Thank you, Gigi.
Thank you. Minister, do you want to take those 5 questions?
Thank you very much. Nata is correct on the monkeypox that is not yet with us, but we continue to stay on the alert. And in as far as that is concerned, we await at all materials times to get the counsel from the Department of Health. On the Carol Patton, normally once these bills, with the mine safety and the water, once the cabinet has taken a decision, they are in our website, and I'm sure GCIS will advise or other platforms where you can find them. On the Wales issue, on the Wales tour, there's nothing that has changed to this up to this point with regard to the number of people at the stadium. There's still a lot of work being done in that regard. And of course, the intention is to succeed, convince as many people as possible to vaccinate so that we can enjoy sport the same way it is being enjoyed in in Europe. On the flag, well, the update was not done in cabinet with that regard. Where I'm sitting, there was no call for that exercise because the minister had responded appropriately in as far as the public situation is concerned. And I keep on again repeating the fact that if people can look at the flag and its content, they will find it's a critical flag to actually reinforce cohesion in South Africa. But the issue of cost, it's what the minister is reviewing, especially in the context of the contesting needs in our country, access to water, poverty, access to food. We also continue to actually commend the minister for that exercise, and the minister will continue to actually show us where that reviewal is going in as far as that issue is concerned. And there was a last question.
Fuel.
Oh, on the fuel, again, we take guide from the Minister of Finance, the Minister of Energy in that matter. We are very happy that we're able to protect the motorist recently, which was for a definite period. What is the next step? We'll take a guide. I have no doubt soon The Minister of Finance will guide us on the trends and what measures can possibly be put in place, maybe to help us to stay afloat on that matter. Then the Minister of Finance, I think, is better placed to come with the exact specifics on that. Thank you.
Thank you very much. We'll entertain one more round, but before that, can I just also respond on the question that Minister referred to us on where the policies and the bills will be? Usually, Carol, once the Cabinet takes a decision, they then get gazetted. And once they've been gazetted, you will be able to get them either from the Government Gazette posting or from the GCIS website, or from in this particular case, the Mineral and Energy Department. So at the moment, if you could give it a week or two, then those documents will be made available from all those platforms. Thank you.
Thank you, DG. We do have few questions. I'll start with a follow-up question from Carol Payton, News 24. Minister, 75 days have passed since the President announced that he would have a social compact in 100 days. This looks unlikely. Have you got a new timeline for this social compact? What does government want to see in the social compact? The next questions, they are from Kotato Madisa from Sunday Times. Minister, what is Cabinet's view on calls for fuel price relief measures to be extended as they are due to expire next week? Secondly, has Cabinet received and considered the SOE bill from the Department of Public Enterprises? The bill is expected to pave a way for the government to establish a holding company that will oversee all the major SOEs. The last question is Mike Cohen from Bloomberg News. Where does the process of appointing a new Treasury DG stand, and when do you expect it to be concluded, please? Thank you, DG. That's all the questions.
Thank you. I think this is the last round. Usually, I hope there isn't any other question that we may be missing. But
if there are any, can we finalize that?
Yeah, I think we'd like to finalize. So do you have any other? And then that's it, because we want to adjourn. Thanks, Minister.
Well, to Carol, the President spoke on the 100 days social compact. And I think I tried to give context each time I responded to this question. That key to that, what the President was expressing was the urgency of the compact. We may not have been able to put exact number of days. And I kept to understand the President to mean that is urgency. The discussions are intense, they are ongoing. Even today, the different parties in their respective mandatory fora, they are discussing this. I think there's a desire to find one another on where to take the economy of the country. It has become clear, unless business, labor, government sing from the same song, unless government, business accept what to sacrifice and what to bring to the table to find a healthy balance that will assist when all these stakeholders put together their energy, they have to achieve a minimum goal with regard to access to employment, inequality, and poverty. That imperative has never become stronger than it is now. All I'm saying to Carol, that 100 days, I want to argue, is contextually the urgency that the President wanted to see us finding that. So we're still ongoing, and I wouldn't say there are new timelines. There are no new timelines. The concern is that we must finish. We must finish and find one another. Maybe that's the key thing that we're yearning for. The SOE bill, I don't think we had it. It was not tabled before us. It's a noble bill because what that bill seeks to do, amongst other things, thank you for that question from Sunday Times, it seeks to ensure that our state-owned enterprises contribute in a manner that is conventional, that state-owned enterprises are usually used for, because they are supposed to add capacity to the state. They are supposed to assist the state to do better than it is doing. But a number of our state-owned enterprises tended to be a burden to the state. Now, this bill seeks to ensure that the institutional arrangements and the skills approach and all the configurations are of such a nature that we are efficient, we are productive, we fulfill the convention of improving the capacity of the state to carry its program. But we didn't see it in this what we call, we think it's still coming. On the issue of the new head of Treasury, the head of Treasury hasn't left yet. Can we leave it at that point? Naturally, when he leaves, there will be an appointment, but he's still there. I was speaking to him last night. By the way, some of you don't know that I'm an acting Minister of Finance. So I was speaking to him. He's still at work. Naturally, it's a process because it is known now that he's leaving. Naturally, that the Minister is paying attention to. Of course, I want to repeat the fact that we acknowledge at last we are closing the vacancy of the Accountant General. Thank you very much.
Sunday Times, the extension of the fuel dispensation.
Yes, no, I think I've dealt with that question. It's a question that is better answered. Oh, by the way, I said I'm an acting Minister of Finance. So, no, I think I await my colleague when he comes back together with the Minister of Energy to assist in that direction. It's not a matter that I strictly applied my attention when I came here, but it's a matter that is receiving a special attention by government because it affects our economy very strongly. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. I think that those were the last questions, and would like to thank the members of the media who have covered this briefing. Thank you very much. We adjourn.
Most of the we were live on SABC and okay with those things, but